and I welcome you to chapter 5 of our AI course. Here we'll be talking about artificial intelligence in the 21st century. We've gone from the 90s, the 50s to this 21st century, and I trust that you are really learning so much from this course. So in this chapter, we'll be exploring how AI is shaping the modern world. We'll discuss large language models, pros and cons, and productivity tools. So AI in the 21st century, we'll be talking about large language models. I love this a lot because while I was doing my master's in AI, my dissertation was around developing larger language models and using it to build mobile and web applications. So what is a large language model? I mean, from what we've discussed so far, when you are being asked what is a large language model, or to make it simpler, what is a large language data? So large language is similar to big data. Translating big data into a model, into an algorithm, is what gives us large language model. I mentioned that big data, if you have data worth 100 million data sets, 1 billion data sets, then you are dealing with large language models. So they are trained on vast amounts of text to understand and generate human-like language. So before we go to large language model, it's a journey. Let me explain how it works. We went from gathering big data to machine learning to neural networks to NLP and then to large language models. So all these are building blocks that makes you understand. An example of a large language model is the data sets used to train ChatGPT. It is the data set used to train ChatGPT. I just want to show you my ChatGPT now. I don't know why it's messing up, but it's the data set used to train my ChatGPT here. The data set used to train it is large language models. So the last time I checked, GPT-3 has about 170 million data sets now, but the latest large language open source that we have is around 500 million. I mean, there was a time I tried pulling it from a GitHub, which is online source, to my PC, and my PC crashed. And thank God for thanks to my school, I got another PC. So it is that huge. They can write essays, they can answer questions, they can carry on conversations. Look at how I was talking to ChatGPT. I mean, if you've not heard of ChatGPT before, ChatGPT is like a chatbot that uses large language model and is able to generate feedbacks, help you with any kind of information you give it. So that is the thing. So large language can help you with customer service, content creation, language translation. So it is that powerful. In fact, this year I called it a year of war of LLMs. There is a war of LLMs. OpenAI has ChatGPT, Google has Gemini, Elon Musk has XAI, there is Perplexity AI, Amazon has his own AI too. So there is a war going on between these people. That's why I said anyone that collects the highest data is in control. So everyone is pushing out there to get the largest data because they understand that it is only with the right data that it can be powerful. So that's why there is a war going on at the moment, and we would love to see it. And here we have the generative AI. This is a subset of AI that creates new content such as images, music, and text. For example, I could just go to ChatGPT and say, compose a song based on Psalms 23. Psalm is a book in the Bible. And it's going to do something for me. What it did is it generated something without me giving it an information, and that's generative AI. So to tell you how serious the generative AI is, remember I said that we are in the what's it called, 24th century. I went to Accenture, which is one of the top big consulting firms in the world, in London, and one of the senior managers there was telling me that they are moving to generative AI. Now, for a company like that to say they are moving, it means that there is something about it. So they are already preparing themselves for the future. So it's able to generate image, text, music, and drug discovery. I mean, just download ChatGPT and play around with it. You're gonna love it. And yeah, so the VR and AR technology is out there too, which is something I've experienced once. So what VR means is virtual reality, and AR means augmented reality. What does virtual reality mean? It's something that is not real. Sorry to break it out, but it's something that is not real. Delusion. Sorry, I don't want to use the word, but I have to. It's delusional. So, a virtual reality looks like a glass or an headset that you could put into your face, and you are just in a different world. So, you could experience places you've never been before just with a virtual headset. And I saw a news recently about someone got addicted to virtual reality, and he got to a state it was affecting his brain. This is why such people the first time I used it, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to be, if addiction to this thing can cause a big problem, because it takes you to a different world. Imagine someone who is in Africa using virtual reality and is seeing how the Silicon Valley in the United States looks like every blessed day. I mean, it's just going to keep with time. His brain will just keep changing. I'm like, I'm not here anymore. I'm not here. I just want to use my virtual reality. So yeah, but the positive use is that it is used for training and gaming. They use it to play games. They use it for training. Like, I don't know how much virtual reality must have gone, because it's actually just coming up. So if we get to experience another pandemic, and students, let's say medical students that needs to study a lot of Anton projects, they have to do something practical, they are go to his virtual reality. Sorry, they could just get everything on virtual reality and they are good to go. So we have the augmented reality. This is a bit still much flexible. It overlays digital information in a real world. So I could take a picture of my phone and just snap a place. Then with augmented reality, I begin to interact with that place without being there physically. And yeah, that's what augmented reality is. Then we have the mixed reality. Of course, when I say mixed, you need to know that we're talking about virtual reality and augmented reality joined together. So this basically allows objects to interact with real world. So we are getting to that time, and this virtual reality, I see it improving the lives of disabled kids. Yes, disabled kids who are unable. Let's say there is this disabled kid who is unable to walk for the rest of his life, and with virtual reality technology, the kid can play football. Let's say the kid has a passion for playing Why am I emotional? The kid now, he has a passion of becoming a footballer, and we know that that passion is unrealistic. We could use a virtual reality technology to ensure that this disabled kid plays football in the virtual world. Here, at least it makes them happy and kayala. Yeah, so that's something. And also, in as much as these tools have advantages, they also have disadvantages that we need to be aware of. So AI tools for productivity, we have quite a lot of AI tools for productivity that will be mentioned in the bonus section. You must not miss it. And we can use AI to schedule our tasks, automation, analytics, and smart home. So AI is beautiful. AI is here to make our life easier, so we need to take the advantage. So advantages of AI, already started saying it. It enhances productivity. Every one of us knows. See how a complaint scaled from making $10 million profit in a year to making 100 million or $1 billion profit in a year through the use of AI. It improves efficiency. You can't imagine people have to do a task when AI can do it 50 times better. So it improves efficiency and just makes people focus on specific tasks, focus on more tasks that requires maybe critical thinking, that we know that AI is not able to do this. And there are new opportunities. Guys, there are new opportunities coming up. I'm going to mention everything in my bonus section. There are new opportunities coming up in cloud, in AI, in the robotics. In fact, let me speak to robotics now. There is this job that is going to come up in the future, and the job is going to be blood money. Yes, and it is robotic security engineers. We know how cybersecurity guys make a lot of money now. Then it will be robots. Why? Because there will be a lot of robots, right? But there will still be hackers. And hackers will try to, let's say I have a robot, and a hacker can just send a bug to my robot, and my robot starts doing destructive things. That's how precious. So doctors in the future, they are going to be robotic security engineers. They have to protect our robots from destructive codes, because if a robot is hacked and it begins to malfunction, it could cause harm to its owner. Yeah, so new opportunities will also come in that line, as well as every other field. So while there are disadvantages, there will always be disadvantages. And one disadvantage is the deep fake technology. It is so just to explain deep fake. Deep fake is still delusion. It's making AI create realistic fake images of videos. So imagine seeing yourself on TikTok being naked dancing in a party you never went to. How did it happen? Deep fake technology. It's been used on Donald Trump. It's been used on Cristiano Ronaldo. It's been used on Elon Musk, where the video went viral only for us to discover it was a deep fake video. It wasn't real. And then job displacement. Unfortunately, AI is going to have to take away a lot of people's jobs. That's one of the missions, to sensitize people, to make people know, hello, this is how you can be secure in your job. And if you have not followed my Instagram page yet, you need to follow the page to get updates on how you can be secure. Security is power. And of course, ethical content, which we've talked about. And if regulatory bodies are not able to do their work, then it becomes very difficult. We are at risk, because there is a level at which we can even protect ourselves. So yeah, that is that. Thank you for this chapter. Thank you for being here thus far, and see you in